Morning and good evening, Masters. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we'll continue chapter 6, Suggestibility, which was about our mind actually works when it comes to making real, lasting change in our body and our lives. And most of us have no idea how powerful we really are because we stay stuck in one small part of our mind while the real magic is happening somewhere else. So here is the deal. You have got a conscious mind and a subconscious mind, and in between them, it's like a security guard or a bouncer at a club, is the analytical mind. The conscious mind is where you do your thinking, your reasoning, your decision making, and that's only about 5% of your total mind power. While the subconscious mind is like your computer's hard drive, it holds 95% of who you are. All of your habits, your beliefs, your emotional reactions, your memories, fears, attitudes, and automatic behaviors. For that, you don't need to think like your everyday task, brushing your teeth, all that. Most of what runs our lives is happening in the subconscious. So, if you want to change your health, your mindset, or your life, you need to get past that analytical guard and reach the subconscious because that's where the real programming happens, real change happens. It's a so like you can ask, how do we do that? So it's a very, it seems like simple, but the problem is we are generally too busy thinking, analyzing, worrying, and stressing. Our analytical mind is on high alert all day long, sorting through problems, judging situations, and deciding what is safe and what is unsafe. And that makes it really hard to process. And basically, um, how, that because of that, it's very difficult for you to uh, go to your subconscious side of the brain. You can say like that. But when we are relaxed, we are quiet, our mind is quiet, we enter in a meditative state, and there we start to dial down that analytical chatter. And Dr. Joe says in his book, only when a person accepts, believes, and surrenders to a suggestion does the door between the conscious and subconscious mind opens. So that's why practice like meditation, hypnosis, or even deep relaxation are so powerful. They help us slip past the bouncer and get straight into the part of the mind where we can start reprogramming old habits, fears, and beliefs. We can replace them with new feelings, new habits, whatever we want to be. The Our brain stores memories in two ways. Dr. Dispenza explained it. There are two ways, explicit and implicit. Explicit side is called declarative, and it includes the stuff you consciously remember, like birthdays. You makes an effort. Okay, that's my birthday, or somebody else's birthday. Some facts, some stories about your life. You try to remember those things, and we call this um, explicit memory of your brain and declarative. There is another part called implicit or non-declarative. This includes habits and simple skills. For that, you don't have to think, like riding a bike, if you know, typing a password, reacting with anger when someone cuts you off in traffic. Those are implicit memory. So here's the thing. Implicit memories are often formed from strong emotions or repeated experiences. And because they are subconscious, they run on autopilot. Every time you feel a familiar emotion like fear or frustration, you automatically access the thoughts and reactions attached to that emotion, like anger, whether you realize it or not. That's why people they are stuck in this cycle. The emotion triggers a thought, and which triggers another emotion, and around you go. If you are feeling sad, you will remember all the events, all the other things that happened in the past, which makes you more sad, and that's how it starts, chattering starts. Dr. Joe explains it like this: thoughts are the language of the brain, right? And feelings are the language of the body. Every time you feel a certain way, your brain starts offering you thoughts to match it. Have you ever noticed how when you are in bad mood, your mind suddenly remembers every bad things that ever happened? That's the loop. And we naturally become more open to thoughts that match how we feel. Meaning, like if you feel hopeful or grateful, you are more suggestible to positive ideas. If you are happy, you get good ideas. If you feel worried or fearful, you are more suggestible to negative ones. If you are stressed out, your ideas will be something negative. This is where meditation comes in. People often picture monks on mountain tops who does meditation, or they think it's too hard to or to be spiritual. It's very difficult. Meditation is not difficult. It's really very simple. It's just a tool to quiet your analytical mind and focus inward, so you can access the subconscious side of the brain. Dr. Joe Dispenza says the purpose of meditation is to move your consciousness beyond the analytical mind and into deeper levels of consciousness. In meditation, you move from being stuck in the outer world, like your body, environment, problems, time, to your inner world, thoughts, emotions, visions, possibilities. And that's where real change starts. Depending on what you're doing, your brain works at different frequencies, like a radio dial. We call them brain waves. So let's look at them. So first one is beta. This is where most of us live during the day, your normal waking state. In beta, you are alert, you think, you analyze, you make decisions, and handling tasks. There are actually three different levels in beta. First one is low beta, when you are, like calm, focused, or maybe you're reading a book, or maybe having a very casual conversation. You are in low beta side. Mid-range beta is when you are problem solving, thinking, learning new information, or concentrating on your work. So it's beta waves will be little mid-range. And then there is a high beta range. And that is when stress kicks in. Your brain is on high alert, scanning for problems, overthinking, worrying about the future, or reacting to challenge around you. That is high beta state. Too much high beta can leave you anxious, overwhelmed, and emotionally drained because your body's stress response is switched on. So that's the first one. Beta, most of the time during the daytime, we are in that state, low, mid, or high. The next one is alpha. Alpha is a slower, more relaxed brainwave state. You naturally move into alpha when you are daydreaming, you know, and watching a beautiful sunset. It's still daytime, but you are so calm, you get into alpha state. Your brain waves are slowing down. Listening to calming music or meditating lightly, that is alpha. Then theta, it's a twilight zone between awake and asleep. When you wake up in the middle of the night and feel half dreaming, half aware, that's the theta. It's perfect for accessing the subconscious. Delta, next one is delta. It's the slowest brainwave state. It happens when you are in deep, restorative, dreamless sleep. And there is one more, is the gamma, and it's associated with very higher states of consciousness, compassion, bliss, and moments of spiritual insight. It's experienced by meditators, healers in this state. We spend most of the day in beta. It's no wonder we are stressed and stuck in old habits. To access the subconscious and create real change, you want to slow down into alpha or theta. That's when you're most suggestible and open to new ideas. So these are our brain waves. Now let's look at next how we can activate them. So one big reason it's hard for people to meditate or focus inward is that we are addicted to the stress chemicals in our body. They give us a rush and make us feel like are alive and alert even when there is no danger. Our body craves that high. So we'll stay hooked on checking our phones, overthinking, and worrying about the future. So the outer world becomes more real to us than the inner world. And we forget we can actually change how we feel and therefore change our lives. So we just forget that. So the takeaway we can say is truly create um, long lasting change. You have to learn how you can quiet your analytical mind. Because when you can quiet your analytical mind, you can get into your subconscious side of the brain where you can um, make these changes that you want in your body or in your life. The next one is get into a relaxed, inward focused state. Access your subconscious when where your old programming lives. Use elevated emotions like gratitude, joy, or hope to have new empowering suggestions. And practice this regularly so you train your mind and body into a new state of being. That's how you move from being controlled by old memories and habits to creating your future by just thought. Dr. Dispenza says, the unknown is your friend, not your foe. It's where the answer lies. Sometimes we are afraid with unknown. So Dr. Dispenza is saying, make your unknown your friend. So, and this doesn't have to be complicated. Even a few minutes a day of closing your eyes, breathing slowly, and imagining a future you feel excited about can start shifting you into those deeper brainwave states like theta. And that's where the healing happens. That's where you become the placebo. All right. So thank you so much for joining me today. Now we'll begin our meditation. All right. So Everyone, please sit quietly and be relaxed. Cross your legs, cross your fingers, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in and out. If you are wearing glasses, please remove them. Now start focusing on your normal, natural, normal breath. Be with your breath, masters. Be with your breath. Thoughts will come and go. Please don't analyze them. It's natural. Just be with your normal, natural, and we'll continue this meditation for next 45 minutes. Be with your breath, masters. Be with your breath. Be with your breath, masters. Be with your breath. Be with your breath. Last 5 minutes, masters. Be with your breath. Last 1 minute, masters. Be with you. Last 30 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now very slowly, gently, please bring your attention back to your body. Put your both of the hands over your closed eyes. Slowly blink your eyes and open. With big smile, look at your palm. Thank yourself. Thank you, everyone. Now, if you have any question or any comment or you want to share your experience, please do so. All right, so we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good rest of the day. Bye, everyone.